Hey guys, it's time for reading today, and I hope you are ready to learn about our very last two text structures. But before I teach you about those text structures, I want to tell you something I saw on the news the other day. Did any of you guys watch the news, maybe with your parents? Maybe not. I know it's a little boring for kids sometimes, but I was watching the news the other day, right? And so they were talking something about a storm somewhere that was blowing through. But anyway, they were telling the news people kept going on and on and on about the facts and the statistics and all the numbers, telling people all about the storm until someone finally said that they have started taking precautions and they were moving people out of the towns to keep them safe. So I was thinking the whole time, there was facts and facts and facts about statistics and what the storm's going to look like and how bad the storm's going to be. And finally, one of the news people were like, but you know what they're doing? Yes, this is happening, but they've started moving people out of the country. They're getting people out so that they don't get hurt. And I was thinking that right there is an example of text structure like we've been learning about. It was right in front of my face on the news. Do you know what the text structure is? Was it problem and solution, or was it cause and effect? Well, let me tell you something. It's really hard to determine the difference between problem and solution and cause and effect. The reason is they're very, very similar. And so that's why I want to work on teaching you how to figure out the difference. This story that I saw on the news is actually problem and solution. The problem was there was a storm coming. Something was happening, and they told me all the facts about this storm. And then they told me how they were going to solve that problem. So, cause and effect is when the author tells about an event and what happens after that event. So, if I was to take the same news story, but I changed what they said, here is what it would sound like. The news people would be telling me the storm, how the storm hit the houses or whatever, how the storm hit the houses and destroyed everything. And it was a really bad storm that was coming in. Well, the effect that the storm had was it destroyed everybody's houses. It made them all not have a place to live. It flooded the streets. So the effect would be what the storm did to these people's town. The story that I told you at the beginning was problem and solution, because there was the problem of the storm and how the people solved that problem. So text structure is not only how we see passages organized or how we see books organized, it's how we see TV shows organized, how we see like movies, how we see all kinds of things, the news, YouTube videos. A lot of them have text structure. A lot of them have structures, the way that they're organized. And in TV and movies and film and YouTube, it's almost always problem and solution. In your show, you're going to see a problem that's happening in the show. And then they're going to solve that problem, right? That's almost always in fiction books and fiction movies and fiction stories. Those are all most likely going to be problem and solution. But when we have informational text, which we're learning about this week and next week, you also have the option of cause and effect, description, chronological sequence. There's so many other things that it could be. So we're going to practice trying to determine the difference between problem and solution, cause and effect. The difference you really have to notice is there a problem and did it get solved? Or was there something that happened, and then what happens because of that? Was there something, an event, and then what happens because of that event? So let's say I fell down. So the event that happened was I fell, right? The effect it had on me, on Miss Simpson, on my body, was my knee now, like say my knee is bleeding. But if I switch that same story around to problem and solution, I could say, oh gosh, my knee is bleeding. And so my teacher could give me a Band-Aid, and that would solve the problem of my knee bleeding because it would stop bleeding, right? Yeah. So those are the differences. And I'm not going to lie to you, they're very, very, very hard to determine the difference. So we're going to read a few passages today, and we're going to try to determine, are they problem and solution, or are they cause and effect? And when you go do your assignment, you're going to have to do the same thing. Are they problem and solution, or is it cause and effect? And that's the only two things you have to choose from today. You don't have to worry about any of the description, chronological sequence, compare and contrast we did yesterday. Only problem, solution, cause and effect. So let's go ahead and let's read this paragraph. Let me find my paper. Okay, we're going to read all three, A, B, and C. And the topic of our our passages is the fitful flu. So let's see, and I'm going to do just like I did yesterday, and I'm going to underline things to maybe get you to see what it is. So when flu season begins in the fall, staying healthy can become a challenge. Missing out on work and play is never anyone's to do. So avoid the flu by following a few simple steps. Some people get the flu vaccine to prevent illness. So I'm going to underline that. Steer clear of the bug by washing your hands with warm water and soap several times a day. The less you touch your nose, mouth, and eyes, the less likely you are to come down with the flu. So is this problem and solution, or is this cause and effect? So I'm going to think real hard about this. Is there a problem? Yes. The flu. The flu is our problem, right? Could that also be an event that happened? Maybe. Let's think about it real quick. Okay. So, did they tell us how we can solve the problem? Well, they told us we can get the vaccine, or we can wash our hands. That seems like a solution to me. If it was cause and effect, I think they would say something about the flu, right? And then they would tell me the effect the flu has on me, like coughing or runny nose or chills or a fever. But they didn't say that. They told me how to solve the problem, how to not get the flu, right? So I'm thinking this one is problem and solution. So let's read B. And I know that was hard, but it's okay. Actually, we're not going to read B because B is not one of them. We're going to read C. Okay, when someone is struck by the flu, they are often downright miserable. To help the symptoms of the flu. So when they're saying to help me, I immediately think they're trying to get me to solve something. There's something wrong. So let's keep reading and make sure. To help the symptoms of the flu, your doctor can prescribe medication. So that's one way. But home remedies can help you feel better too. Try taking warm showers or baths. Drink plenty of water to stay well and stay hydrated. If your throat is aching or you can't catch a break from the dry cough the flu causes, try sucking on a hard candy and snacking on chicken noodle soup. Above all, staying home to rest can help your body fight the virus. So, think about this one. Again, I see the big topic here is the flu, right? Okay, so we have the flu. Did they tell us how we can solve that problem? Is the main thing. Now, here's the thing. It told us how to solve the problem. It also told us how the flu affects you. So which one am I going to choose? Problem and solution or cause and effect? I'm thinking it's problem and solution. And let me tell you why. Well, problem and solution is the main thing it talks about. The whole entire paragraph tells you how we can help the symptoms of the flu. So if you have symptoms, the problem is you have the flu, here's all the things you can do to solve it. You can take medicine, you can take showers, you can drink plenty of water, you can snack on chicken noodle. It didn't tell me all about, here's all of the different ways I know I'm sick. Here's all of the different ways that I feel. It didn't say that. That wasn't the majority of it. The majority of it was solutions of how we can fix that. How you can fix that feeling of feeling so yucky from the flu. So I'm going to say this one again is problem and solution. When you're doing your assignment today, it's the same as yesterday. It's 8 task cards, and you have to, write really big on the task cards and tell me really big, is it problem and solution or cause and effect? And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard. So you're really gonna have to think about, is there a problem that's being solved, or is there an event that's happening, and what is happening because of that event? So let's read another one. We are going to read B. Okay, so our topic is wildfires. The perfect combination. A train, a campfire, a match, leaves, and lightning. What all these have in common? They can all cause a devastating wildfire. So before I even continue reading, they can all cause a devastating wildfire. So I'm going to continue to read because that doesn't tell me that it's cause and effect. It does give me a hint that makes me think about cause and effects. So I'm going to see if I can prove that. How do I know it's cause and effect? Okay. So when conditions are right for a wildfire, meaning the temperature is hot and the air is dry, it does not take much to start a fire. A spark from a train's friction with the track or smoldering embers from a leftover campfire can quickly turn into an out-of-control fire. Piles of leaves and other natural materials can become so hot they combust and start a fire. Weather can also cause fires. Then, with 10 to 20% of all lightning strikes causing fires. And finally, humans can cause fires on accident or on purpose with matches and other fire starters. So guys, not only did I see they can cause it, look how many times the word cause was used. Let's go through. Look at this. Cause. And even though it doesn't say cause, it can quickly turn into. They can start. So it looks like we have wildfires, right? And are they telling us how we can fix wildfires? Are they telling us a way we can solve the problem of wildfires? No. They're not saying, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, or whatever. They're saying this, we have wildfires. Let me tell you how wildfires are caused. How do wildfires happen? They're not telling you to solve anything. They're not telling you to go out and do something and figure it out and solve it and have a solution. They're telling you, here's wildfires, right? How are those wildfires caused? And you should have seen that right off the bat when you saw the word cause at least 3 or 4 times. So this one is cause and effect. Okay, again, I know this is hard and I know this is challenging, but I know that you can do it. So I'm going to post this anchor chart down below for you to use if you need help figuring out problem and solution or cause and effect. Remember, on your task cards, just write really big, problem and solution, cause and effect. So think, is it asking me to fix something? Am I going to fix something? Or are they giving me ways to fix something? Or is it telling me an event that happened and the effect of that event or a cause of that event? Are they using those key words? All right, this assignment's going to take you some time. So take your time, read very carefully, and think it through. All right, guys, I love y'all so much. Y'all have a great day, and you have fun trying to figure these out. It's kind of like a little mystery, like a little puzzle you're trying to put together. Bye.